Hello everyone and welcome to the latest Nz Octane React video. Today we're going to be reacting to another video by Inside Garage. This one is on a 1975 Holden Torana SLR 5000. So let's get into the video and check out this beauty. Here we go. Check out that colour. Whoa, that's nice. The Toranas often came in colours like this. They came in some really cool colours. Don't know exactly which ones were all factory, but yeah, when you see them, they're not just your standard plain like black and white. They're all really nice, different colours.
George, and I'm from Melbourne, New South Wales, and this is my Holden Torana A9X.
Oh, listen to the sound of that.
We wanted basically a reliable streeter, something that looks tough, that can be driven all the time. We just wanted to turn the key, have no issues, drive it everywhere, and have some grunt behind it too, which excites me every time I start it too.
It's the cool thing about these cars is like you don't see them around a lot, but they're all designed to be driven on the street. You don't see them much for track use because I think of how rare they are, but when you see them around, a lot of the time they're built, they're well looked after, and they're just such a cool car. This isn't the first one that I've seen, like with a drop-down tank, so you can actually see that their drop-down fuel tank. There's a a yellow one around Auckland that's come out to the HSV show, which I'm part of every year. Seen that out there a few times, and just a stunning bit of machinery.
First fell in love with cars when I was about 10 years old. Dad was always tinkering with the cars in the garage, so we never spent a lot of time in the house. It was always in the garage. My first car was a Mazda 323, 1981 model. Purchased it.
I like these Mazda 323s. So I've got one of the later 323s. It's the 2-litre SP21. Real good cars, real cool. I like these old school ones. They used to be modified quite a bit back in the 2000s. I've seen lots of cool photos of them. You don't see them around anymore. I think they're getting pretty rare. But I did see a cool one at the Rotationals meet it would have been a couple months ago. Built and everything. It was wicked.
From an old lady, there's a one-owner car. That was the old granny spec sort of colour. Done the old trick of
not a big fan of that colour,
the suspension to lower it and put it as big a sound system you can find in it and cruise around the windows down with friends and have fun with it. It's probably one of my best cars. Well, basically sold that to go overseas and have some cash and come back and fell in love with the four-cylinder scene, basically having the Toscana Charade, which is a colourful colour. Your typical 5-spoke wheels,
Check
white
out
walls,
that.
and again a large.
Now that is just classic, like 2000s. I don't know what car that is. Someone will probably tell me. Man, it screams 2000s, eh? Especially on a budget.
Stereo and dark tints, basically cop 8 back then. A few years later on, I got the itch again and had some funds available and moved into a VC Brock replica, red one. Had it for a couple of years and.
That's nice. That is very nice. I like the colour. Personally not a big fan of the rims, but I guess it's sort of thing of the times, those rims. Nice and low. Awesome body style, those odd style Commodores. They're just wicked cars.
Just wasn't totally in love with it, I liked it, but it just wasn't I just wanted to be perfect. That's what gave me the bug to build this one. Sold the VC, got some funds together and looked for a genuine, an old school one-owner shell of a Holden Torana. I found it through car sales. It was a chamois green colour, just again one owner.
So that's what they look like stock. Not bad. I have seen a stock one before. It was a green one at the HSV show. I don't know if I don't think it had been one owner or two owners most of its life, but real old school. Still looks cool, but I reckon they definitely need those big flares on them. Wider tyres. Yeah.
A guy called Michael from Liverpool. I love how it was all original. It had been painted like a backyard paint job, years ago. So that's what I wanted, something I could see that was originally sort of just untouched. Brought it home, said to my brothers, I think I'll just do a small little paint job on it, you know, on a nice little straighter, cruise around. Looked at it, painter came around, he goes,
Yeah, see what I mean? Just like the flares already make it look so much more tougher. Same with that, same with the hood vent, or hood scoop, hood vent, whatever you want to call it. And then the ducktail spoiler. It's a pretty iconic look for these cars, I think. You see most of the modified ones around with this very similar sort of look. But, man, it just makes them look tough.
remove all the paint. I said, okay. So I'd done all that, and then that's when it snowballed, you know. I thought, you know what, let's take it back to nothing and start from the beginning.
Yeah, fair enough.
Paint stripping the whole car by hand, took months and patience. Bought the body kit for it, brought it home, wasn't happy with the body kit. I wanted to install it myself. I was very particular with how it all lined up. Put it all together, took me hours, pieced it all up, and ready for the painter. Went to the painter.
I really like this orange colour. That's so nice, it stands out. And that, like I said earlier, it's one of the things that I love about these cars. You see them in such cool, out there colours and colour schemes, and it just makes the cars look so much cooler.
Rusting it all, so within 6 weeks the car was back at home. I was lucky enough, nice. I got a phone call whilst I was building it. A friend of mine wanted to sell his engine, so I jumped at the chance. I did save a lot of money there. That was one cost saving, which helped. Done the changeover, took it to the mechanic, he put it all in.
Very nice.
Think of it.
Now, I'm probably going to get this wrong. I don't know what engine that is. My guess, by the look of it, it's probably like a 350 Chev. Someone will correct me, someone will tell me I'm wrong. I'm not exactly an engine guru, but that's to me what it looks like, and just sort of the era of the car, it makes sense to put one of those older... I mean, I do get that it does say Chevrolet around there, but yeah.
And the brand new 9-inch diff. The hardest process, well, I guess, was the engineering part of the whole thing. It just took forever because of the aftermarket parts that were installed and to meet the ADR design rules.
Yep.
So we went through all that. It was a heartache, a costly exercise. Registered it, completely fully engineered vehicle, and haven't looked back.
Very nice. Now, I like those rims. I like the orange accent there around, I don't know if that's on the tyre, or if that's on the rim itself. I think it might be on the tyre, it must be on the tyre, but I love the look of those rims. They look awesome, ties the whole car together, the whole look of it, the orange and black, such a mean looking colour. It just looks so cool. A lot of these cars when modified look very similar to this. I'll upload some photos into the video, I'll edit them in so that way you can see. But they all look very similar to this, very similar styling, but just the different colours make them all that little bit unique, and they do have little bits about them to change them up in terms of everyone's different builds, but very cool. I love this car. I love an old school Holden. Oh, there we go. Let's have a quick look at those wheels. Very nice Willwood brakes. That looks... yeah, so that is on the tyre. That just looks so cool. I love the style of those rims. Very nice. Very good job that he's done with this build.
The car's got a 350 Chev, originally
Called it 350 Chev. You can call me Mr. Worldwide.
came with a 6-cylinder, but got a 350 Chev in it, running about 525 horsepower. I always wanted a Chev, and I was lucky enough to get a 350 Chev in it. Reliability. A lot of the 355 strokers have issues with heat and just ongoing maintenance, whereas this is a very reliable car, and it has some grunt for the street.
Yep.
The gearbox is a top loader, 4-speed, with the 9-inch diff in it, all custom made 30.
Oh, come on. There we go.
The 9-inch diff in it, all custom made 31 spline, true track, strange case, with your Willwood brake setup, the 350mm rotors all the way around, front and back.
Very
the wheels
nice.
are 19 by 8 at the front, 19 by 11 with a 7-inch dish on the rear. I wanted that.
That looks very nice with that deep dish look in the rear. That just... Everything in this car ties together really well. They're just... Yeah, so cool.
Dish from the beginning. I made sure I carved up the guards high enough to accommodate for those tall wheels.
Yep.
The ride height is a bit rigid. I sacrifice that for the look. I just want that fat rear end with fat tyres, the 285s in the rear. Had the trim all done, so I wanted again to install all the trim.
That interior looks so nice. It's kept it looking very original on the inside, which is cool. I really like that. Keeping that old school leather look, but like you can see the some of the gauges that he's put up there in the dash, and just keeping it looking so nice. You can see that, you can definitely tell that this car was made for the street, for him to take out to shows and just enjoy as a nice weekend car, which not everything needs to be a track weapon. I mean, what did he say earlier, 500 horsepower? That's fucking heaps for a track car, you know. Street car. So you don't need to be making all these 700 plus horsepower builds for something that you're only going to drive on the street. You know, not everything's about power. It's also about the look and just, enjoying the car. That's the main thing, I think, is building the car to what you want to use it for and enjoying it.
It's got Recaro seats, custom made in there, with the old school mesh headrest.
That looks so cool. I haven't seen that before, the mesh headrest, but that just looks wicked. It looks like it's made to be like that. It's cool that it's all custom as well, custom Recaros. Very nice.
Particularly that, I wanted the old school mesh headrest, you know, the nice lumber Recaros with the cement wheels. That's the whole image that I was after. I was basically going for a look that was an 80s classic, but it's got like a retro sort of 2017 in it. I really love the look, and I get a lot of attention with it.
Very cool.
Brand new restored steering column, like the whole dash.
That looks cool as well. He's kept it, like the steering wheel's not some nice flashy racing steering wheel. It's still steering wheel. It's still got that look to it, but it still looks like it could have come original and maybe like a sports package. But yeah, that's very cool. The whole car ties together very well.
Sword, cabling, I just wanted everything to be perfect. I made sure I had the right clips throughout the door trims, new door cards, vinyl on them. I was particular, I just, you know, if I was going to do it, I'd do it right from the beginning. Yeah, the colour, Valencia orange. There was no doubt it was going to be orange. You know, I had no other colour in mind. Ever since a kid, I just loved the orange Torana. We ran a bit of a twist with the black. It's not the actual whole.
Yeah, it's very, very iconic in Australia and New Zealand, the orange Torana, red Torana. If you don't know Dead Kelly, they're an Australian band. They released a song called Red Torana. Check it out if you haven't. Good song if you're into metal. But yeah, such an iconic colour and look about it. Man, love this car.
That was used. It's the actual Rolex black. So you can't get any blacker than that. I just want it to be really dark, and so the Simmons to match, and it just.
And by choosing such a nice, it's like what I call it, like a deep orange. By choosing such like a nice, it's like, I think it's vibrant in the right light, but it's also a nice, vibrant, deep sort of orange, and then just tied with the black, it just makes the orange just pop even more, and just makes it look so cool in any sort of light.
That whole, you know, distinctive, you know, tough look. Everything really lined up when I was building it. There wasn't too many glitches. It was last dyno about 3 months ago, and made 400 on the treads, which I was very happy with. So
it's a good amount of power for a street car.
Some good numbers behind it, and no problems. My brother's got a VK Brock that he's built from the ground up. He was the first one.
Oh, very nice. I love those old VK Commodores as well. They're such cool cars. You don't get to see them around anymore. There was a, I don't know if it was a VK or a VL at Caffeine and Classics last month, but like the first generation Group A SS Commodore original as well. Man, what a cool car. That's one to get all the Aussie and Kiwi bogans frothing at the mouth there.
building it before I got the building bug, and watching him build it, I just got even more excited, and he put it together in basically a year and a half.
Very
a lot of it all on his own, and it's a passion we both share and we enjoy. Like we call it Saturday sessions. In the sheds, like just hanging out, even if we're not working on them, just tidying them up. And
it's the cool thing about the community is, like, your mates, or if you've got family who are into it, most people are generally keen to just chill out in the shed, have a few beers, work on the cars, do that sort of thing. It's really cool. It's a good community to be in. There's a lot of toxicity in the community, but there's also some really cool people, and when you find a nice cool group of people who want to just work on cars together, it becomes a bit more than just working on cars. It sort of brings you closer and brings you together almost more as a family.
Sitting back and looking at them and probably discussing how we're going to burn some more money on them.
Feels.
I can't start the car up without the boys running out the back, and they're under 5, so they love it, and that's my element, cruising the back and looking in the vision mirror and seeing 2 young little punks, loving it, and everyone waving at us. And I've got people that have come off the road and off the footpath and say, hey, stop, someone, I need a photo, this is a pretty cool car. And people that probably don't even know exactly what it is, but it's just an eye catcher, and it's fun. Like, sometimes it's parked and people pull over and want to have a chat, and it's the whole car scene, and we love it.
It's very cool. Just gonna go back a little bit to there. What an awesome shot that is. Very cool car, very cool story behind this car. It's nice just seeing a car like this, seeing the effort and the thought that's gone into building this car, what he's using it for. He doesn't want it to be this insane high horsepower car. I guess some people would argue that 500 horsepower is pretty high, but for a weekend car, it's pretty good. So I figured I'd try rate it out of 10 to give this a go. Yeah, rate it out of 10. I think for what he's done with it, for the car he's chosen, the engine, everything he's done to it, the interior, I'm gonna give that a solid 9. I don't know what constitutes a perfect 10. I know that this is pretty close. I'd love to give it a 10, but I don't know. I think at some point there's going to come along that car that is just blows everything out of the water. This is built for what he wants it to be. Cool backstory behind it. Awesome that he takes it out, on the weekend, and his boys love it. Really cool to see in a car. So yeah, I think it's a solid 9. Pretty damn close to a perfect 10. I'd love to own one of these cars. They're so cool. Yeah. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it when you guys stay to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Heaps more coming soon. I've also announced on Instagram and Facebook the Nz Octane podcast, so that's going to be airing on the 8th of September is the first one. I accidentally put the wrong date on when I posted it. I put August. It's meant to be September. So 8th of September, first Nz Octane podcast, co-hosted with Isaac. Yeah, like and subscribe to stay updated with more content, and we'll see you on the next one.